Hi guys, welcome to Monday Motivation. So today I wanted to talk to you about some of the things that came across over the last week, and one of the big ones was the morning huddle, and what is our intention around the morning huddle, and are we going in understanding that we need to be committed? Because if we're not doing the morning huddle, then every reason you give to yourself first that, hey, this is the reason why I didn't do it, is basically the reason why you were not able to be successful that day. It's almost like we put a lot of planning into like our weekend plans, and this is what we're going to do, and this is where we're going to go, and or our vacation plans, or events that are happening. But are we putting the same effort and intention into the daily morning huddle that we need to actually achieve our production for that day? It actually helps us better manage our weekend lifestyle, vacation, so on and so forth. Everything kind of cascades from this time that you spend in the office, and we spend a lot of time in the office, and there's a lot of planning that's required, and all of it starts with the morning huddle. The morning huddle is like the pre-game meeting. And it really wouldn't be fair to say that all of the bigger players or the better players kind of try to, of course, things get changed. Sometimes plays are changed during the day, but at least they have a pre-game meeting. So your pre-game meeting is your morning huddle, and then the halftime huddle or the afternoon huddle, lunchtime huddle, midday huddle, whatever you want to call it, is like the halftime report where you kind of tweak the plays for the afternoon. So if you're not taking proper intentional time to have your morning huddle, you're missing a huge opportunity to communicate about what what preheating needs to be done for the day, what pre-Ds need to be sent out, what x-rays need to be done, what's pending, so on and so forth, what celebrations you have for those patients. So it's a huge missed opportunity if it's not done correctly and not done consistently. So take the time, take the opportunity to do it. Some other things I want to touch on is, we're coming to the end of the year, the new year's beginning. So let's take this opportunity to kind of like refocus, present our best foot forward, and just kind of like, when we join when we start our position, we're so engaged, we're so upbeat, we're so like, tuned in, we're dialed in, and we're trying to do everything. And I encourage you that as a company moving forward, if you take that same mindset, like, hey, I'm gonna, dress better. I'm gonna make sure my clothes are ironed. There's not a lot of lint. Appear professional. Is gonna make you feel better, and then focus on the patient. Make it about them. It's going to make a sea of difference in terms of like your interaction with the patient, right? Because once you feel better, once you feel confident about yourself, everything kind of cascades from that. Also, a few things that I came across over last week was we are missing a large number of opportunities to get the full mouth x-rays done on patients that are coming in. A lot of people are going to start getting their insurances renewed, so let's get our mind in the right, let's get in the right mindset that as the insurance renews, a lot of people, we're not looking at the spiral binder and looking at the full form, because a lot of people have their FMXs that were done 3, 4, 5, 7 years ago, and it's time to update the FMX. We have a certain SOP on which patients need to be on 3-month recare, and a lot of patients are clients for that. Especially at the 40-year mark, a lot of the people have to start slowly transitioning into 3-month recare. So let's start focusing on that. I feel like having that legacy play in mind is extremely important, because if we are not focused on that, and we are not creating a habit, where the people are trained or coached or mentored into like, hey, why should I be taking more care of the teeth? Well, because you're getting older and the body's going to need more maintenance, right? It's kind of like a car. As the car gets older, it needs more maintenance, it needs more upkeep. So having the same mindset, because this is one body, we're not going to get a second body. We're all getting older. So by the time we're kind of nearing 40, half-life period, you need to start getting more self-care, more me time. And dental cleanings are a huge part of that, because trust me, after having practiced for close to 2 decades, one thing I've realized is people in their 70s and 80s are extremely happy and satisfied with their life, and their social interactions are much better if they have all their teeth, and that only happens if they're on a 3-month recare, because then they're maintained better. So that's what I would want for myself. That's what I would want for my patient. And that's what, at the end of the day, when the patients are in their 80s, they want to be grateful, like, hey, thank God I met this assistant or hygienist or doctor who coached me. I now have all my teeth, and I'm grateful because I can eat and chew what I like. So take that thought this week, focus on morning huddle, get intentional about the morning huddle, and make sure that you hold it every day. No excuses, and focus on the x-rays and 3-month recare that needs to be set up for every patient. Thank you, and have a great week ahead.